Or we'll start again. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my live broadcast number 338. I'm broadcasting live from Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Ki Pure, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Whether or not you know it, that the blog is now private. It's not to be broadcast live across the social media. So you just pick and choose what you want to say out of the blog, but not necessarily what is written in the blog. So we'll go in there and we'll share. And I know which parts we can put on the blog and on post, and which parts we can't. So that's one of them. Okay, what we'll have a look at, though we're a day behind in the contest, we'll have a look at these on the leaderboard contest for Bitcoin. So there are only single figures in the English so far, and it's only 2 second day in. Actually, it's quite big for a second day in for English. So you've got your first 3, which is the Philippines, which has 6, also Ivory Coast, which has 6, and the third place, which was also Ivory Coast. They've been in there before, Elite Services on 3rd place, and Semilu Bly, 2nd place, and Mildred Omandam from the Philippines. So they're doing well. As this program gets further and further, you'll find these figures are going to get bigger and bigger, and they're going to be hard to knock out. So that's in the English. We're going. This is what's happening right now. So we'll have a look at the French also, what they got going in the French. Okay, this is the French leaderboards. There you go. They have for their top 3. Mbaye is in there at the top with 17. Then Arsene is from from Ivory Coast, which is 11, and Ivory Coast again, which is Doha Bertine, so and with 7. So that's the standings at the moment. We're going to have a look down at the Tangalog, see who's going in there. Zaprieta is from the Philippines with 3, and Narawi is also from the Philippines with 1, and Nonito, the leader of the Philippines, he's also with 1. So they got a bit of a slow kick-off from down there. Well, we're going to have a look at the Hindi. So at the top is Abdul Sattar from India with 4. Sujit Singh, you've seen his name in there a few times with 2 on 2nd place. In Cameroon, Madame Nuya, I think that's how you say it, with 1. So you got quite well spread out in there. You got Nigeria in there, Cameroon. Okay, I think we got 1 more, which is 2 more. We'll do the Hindi. And we'll go. The Bangla, Here we go with the Banglas. At the top, Ivory Coast is Jacob with 6. Timothy from Cameroon with 5. And Hussein from Bangladesh sitting at 3. All the rest remain at 1. And that's in the Bangladesh one. Okay. Okay. Right, we'll stop sharing and we'll go. We'll go into our private blog. Okay, this is the new layout of the blog. It's not much. It's not much change, but a lot of this stuff won't be read out on your live broadcast. Okay, and there's a lot of reasons, because there's a lot of scammers out there who will go in and twist things around, and I've actually seen it, twist the story around. So it's been decided that all those who are broadcasting is sort of broadcasting your own words, not directly out of the blog, where scammers can come in and twist it all about and whatnot. But with the old blog, which is still up, with the old blog, which is still up, you can share all of that. You use that piece if you want, and you can do whatever you want, because the old blog, that's gone. Now we're dealing in some real serious stuff apparently this year coming, and we most probably need to get that to that mass production this year. Otherwise, who knows where we're going to be. So these are the winners. I'll show you those, but I won't show you the rest of it. So as you can read them in there, those are the winners for last week's. As you can see, the English up the top, and French, and Tagalog or Tagalog, Hindi, and Bangla, and so on. Okay, we're doing the mass adoption right now. That's the priority. Mass adoption. Involved in that mass adoption is mainly your monthly fees on time. Obviously, if you get in on the first of each month, you gain to stand 30 TBCs, and so on. The second day, obviously 29, and so on and so on. But also remember, if you miss one payment in that period of this year, you get stood down to B team. This team right now is doing the mass adoption is the A team, and if you miss a payment, that's what we're really dealing with, is the monthly payments, and for the funding for the blockchain and things like that. If you miss that one payment, then you're down into the B team. Okay. And what happens there, if you get relegated down, then one who missed out on the original position, as in 111,111, you go up a fill their spot. And this year, you stand to make at least 360 TBCs if you gather in the 30 on the first of every month, or whichever comes first, which is 360 TBCs, or when the admin wallet runs out. That admin wallet's going to run. It needs to be run out this year, otherwise we're just wasting our time. So go hard, go and get as many TBCs. That's the main one there. Go for the big TBC so that wallet empties out quick. So do you have it on that one? Okay, at this stage, as of when this blog was posted, the mass adoption team is filling up fast. We have 59,222 members in the mass adoption team right now. So we're looking for another 50-odd thousand. Last month, 38,000 was done in the month of January. And 5,546 of those were from admin credits. So if you don't know that, you can sign up with admin credits and bulk credits. Like I say, 5,546. Those were used as sign-ups. Okay, and if you're using admin credit, you must remind that your referral has to at least pay on the second month around. Right. Well, okay. As of March coming, there's what they call as a goodwill program into Nigeria. Admin, I don't know if it's admin himself, but somebody will be organizing what they call a goodwill program, and what's involved is food distribution throughout the Nigerian states. $20,000 US. That's a lot of food, especially in Nigerian naira. So that will be happening in March. And also in March, there is the Nigerian conference, which goes for a number of days. Let's have a quick look. Okay. Yes, towards the middle of March, and that will be run by Derek. He will be training, mass adoption training over there. A wee bit later on, Stephen Cuffey from United States of America will be going over there also. And we have an ambassador to Nigeria, I forget her name, but it will come up later on. But the important thing is we get your referrals in, get your monthly payments up, and keep them up there. Remember, if you miss the payment, you fall into the B team. You're still paying for the same things in the B team. Still your 8 grains is the same you were paying in the A team. The only thing is the TBCs are nowhere near like you're getting in the A team. And it's fair enough. I think I said this yesterday, there comes conditions or expectations. A lot of people will rub in their hands because they got some big TBCs, but there is some expectations to be done, and that is broadcasting is one of them. And back in the days of old, for the lifetime TBCs through promos used to be 100. Now in the A team, it's now 2,000. But when you reach the number of 2,000, then your promotion stops, but you're still expected to carry on, because it says clearly 2,000 in the stop. So just because you may have reached your 2,000 doesn't mean to say you stop there and others carry on. That'll just show you out there what you were in there for. Okay. We'll go back and we'll have a look at our dashboard. So everybody's got all the words in. Unfortunately, we're missing the Meitei and Telugu and Indonesia, whether they're still going to be hosting their community sites. It's another thing coming. As for me, I'll be just posting my broadcasts up in the broadcasting area in the KCBO. I won't be putting anything on Facebook at all as of today. There is a reason why, and I did tell you that yesterday. Everything is kept private. There'll be one site I will be posting it on, and that'll be the broadcaster site. That's right, I forgot about that. So along the top here, went through this yesterday. You know, the education, so your private blogs there, that public blog here, you can read whatever you want out of there and share. But when you go into this new private blog, do not share that on your broadcast. Okay, marketing, you got all that there, your genealogy tree, your membership charts, and all of the new referrals need to know what this is all about. Otherwise, they'll get lost and you can't afford to leave them behind. The aim is to build the community and not just bring them in as pork grains and then leave them sitting. Excuse me. Your rewards, you should know now that your Kringle rewards, if you open your rewards up, Kringle rewards, and shows you what you up to date, what you got. And there, obviously, that's mine. That's the 30 TBC from the other day, then the meeting, so on and so on. Takes about only a few hours for this to come through. People are still going for their coins. Should be around about 27, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then your meetings, which was six words. So if you're a broadcaster, well, those 6 words are worth 60,000 Kringles. Okay? And I didn't realize the difference between the cookies and the Kringles is the Kringle is worth quite a lot of money. And that's how the Kringle is worth $10. A little bit over $10 for one Kringle. So if you got like 6 keywords, that's 60,000. That multiply that by $10 US. So there's a bit there, and there's your spending power. So the main aim really is to become a broadcaster, and that's an expectation to become a broadcaster. Okay. And another one I must go through, and I'll keep going through for the next maybe 1 or 2 more programs, is make sure your profile is up to date. And we'll just go in the profile. We'll open it up. Okay, over here you see an enrollment for face verification. That's a photo of your face. Okay, in the private blog, if you go in there, and there's a clip there from Bay Derek, how to load this facial verification, and it's quite straightforward because once you click on it, it comes up with instructions what to do. Now, you must have all of your profile complete before the end of the year. Your facial there is to keep you safe. There's only, what they say is one face, one account. There's only one face of you. Nobody can get in and screw your account around. Okay, so one face, one account, and that's as simple as that. At this stage, I've been told that you use your ordinary, usual way of getting into your KBC. KCBO to have a look in your back office, or you can use this facial verification to get in. And if you do use that, there's a tick right above the login part of the beginning of your KCBO. Just click on the tick, that'll open up, and you'll need to take another photo again to make sure that photo you've just taken is the same one that you've enrolled in the back of the KCBO. And if they can compare as correct, then you'll get through. As for clarification, which will come up later for the new referrals as of next month on, the facials begin straight away. Right, so like I did yesterday, your email, you don't have to have an alternate email, but if you do, put it in if you think it's right. Username, your Facebook link, your YouTube link, WhatsApp is not required, others not required. Your Skype is, if you got one, use that too, your country, and your trusted seller. And there's an old photo uploaded, a picture of you, but that'll just stay there because we'll be going on this facial verification from there on in. Down here, you've got your 3 security questions. Those will be there for as long as, okay? And if you're in the Bitcoin competition, you will need, from here on in, to be active with 2 active paid referrals below you. Some of the requirements that are required coming up is pretty much what most of the full-timers are doing now. There's really no change. So if you're a broadcaster, you're pretty much safe. The only one that's going to get picked be hard to deal with, especially in a little country like mine, New Zealand, is referring merchants. That's going to be real hard for the Kiwis and mainly the Aussies, is finding a merchant, 1 a week. Okay. So yeah, so that's how that one will go. So if we end up in the B team, it'll be because of that. But every other part of the program, we're doing it now anyway. So yeah, and just click to update. So folks, I'm going to stop sharing, and pretty much it. It's a bit hard to talk about the blog when you can't share it because you need to read it at the same time and talk about it. not read directly off the blog. So until my next broadcast, go safe, stay away from that coronavirus. It's getting worse and worse. New Zealand should be landing sometime today with 263 Kiwis on board in their New Zealand flight that went over to Wuhan in the early hours of yesterday morning. So they should be back in New Zealand around 4 p.m. this afternoon on Wednesday. Okay, so nobody knows if any of them have the infection or not. They will be quarantined in a safe place in New Zealand the moment they get off the flight. Okay. So until my next broadcast, thank you for being with this program, because without you, this program is worthless. So go in peace and have a great day. Just stop recording.